Looks like there's gonna be a whole lot of slotting going on. How many people are gonna misinterpret that? To the comment section!
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Voyager class, ONSLAUGHT! So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right here you have a nice piece of artwork of ONSLAUGHT. On the side you have Bruticus, on the back you have Bruticus, and you have your obligatory product shots right there, and your bio in multiple languages if you want to read it. And that's basically it for the packaging, and of course included is also the collector's card. Hooray for cards. Woo. So moving right along here, we have ONSLAUGHT, who is a repaint, remold of a Voyager hotspot from the Protectobots. And yeah, we're getting close here so you can see the details. You got the windows right up front. You got some riveting action. It's so riveting. Just riveting action around the windows there. You got the Decepticon symbol. It is printed on either side. And, you know, pretty much the same molded details as Hotspot here on this back piece, which was Hotspot's front piece, because it's the exact same mold. Even the light bars are still there, just painted in purple. This whole upper section, of course, is totally new for Bruticus's combined mode parts. And you can see Bruticus's top of his head just poking at the top there. It's kind of weird. But, yeah, there you go. Basically, everybody called this from day one when they saw Hotspot. They said, yeah, that's going to be ONSLAUGHT. And, yeah, it's ONSLAUGHT. So, everybody was right. So, there you go. It does roll nice and smooth like. So, just for a quick comparison here he is with Hotspot. And you can basically see that they just took Hotspot and just turned him around, and now he's ONSLAUGHT. But, see? So, as far as the remolded parts go, they remolded this this section right here, which ends up being the combined, not the combined mode, the robot mode shoulders. This section here was remolded right there, so I can add this extra piece here. Pretty much everything else in vehicle mode that's visible is pretty much the same. This piece right here is the exact same mold again, of course, right, down to the light bar again. The only thing different is you just have these pieces right here, which become his feet, as opposed to these big pieces right here, which become Hotspot's feet. That's just totally new mold right there. And of course, the combined mode parts are completely new. So there you go. And for another comparison, here he is with the Warbitron ONSLAUGHT, or not slot, excuse me. You can see how he scales there with his third-party counterpart. Right there. There you have that. And we'll bring in his buddies here and get a group shot. There we have Brawl. Here we have Swindle. I'll put Swindle here. Here we have Blastoff. Blastoff? Blastoff. And here we have Vortex. Of course, you know it's Alpha Bravo. But there you have the Combaticons together at last. Woo! Reunited, and it feels so good. So there we have that, there we have that, and there we have that. So there you go. Oops, part popped up there. And of course, if you do have little shockwave here, you can plug onto the top of ONSLAUGHT right here. So you just plug him on like that, and he can store on ONSLAUGHT. Now, if you want him sitting a bit more flush, not angled up, you can take these guns and just plug them in sideways, like this. And now Shockwave will sit a bit more flush right there. He doesn't hold in securely. If you turn him over, it just falls right out. So, not exactly a secure connection. Of course, nobody is going to be displaying him suspended in midair, upside down. If you do, then you're the problem, frankly. But doesn't really hold on all that secure. Let me plug the guns on. I prefer them this way. I think it looks best. But yeah, you have storage there for little shockwave. The guns are the exact same as hotspots. Exact same mold, just cast in gray plastic instead of black. But there you have that. Oh, and of course, one last comparison here is with G1 Onslaught, because it's precious. Onslaughty precious. Right there. You can see he's actually almost as long as his G1 self there. I don't know how well you can see that, but almost the same length. So there you go. Right there. So let's just get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So, what you want to do is, you can take these little side panels here, just bring them up. They are on a ratchet. So you just click them up. So they're about here, like that. Come back here, just split the legs, like that, and then you bring the legs down, right here. And remember, this is the same double joint that's on hotspot. And for these to click in properly, you want the joint going up, back, and up. That's the way you want that. So you want to just take this joint, the bottom joint, and just bend it back like that. And then just push that into the knee, and it will click into place right there. There you have that. Fold down a heel spur right there. Fold down his toe. There you got a leg all done. Second verse, same as the first. Take that, bring it down. Bring that joint back. Click that into place. Right there. Like that. Bring down the heel. Bring down the toe. Clear my throat. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And you rotate the legs at the thigh swivel. Right there. And there you go. So now we got to raise the camera up a bit. Yeah. The arms, you're just going to split, bring them down, rotate them, untab the forearm, bring the arm down, untab, bring that down, and you take this section right here, and you just fold that down against the shoulder, like that, open up the chest, flip out the head, close that back up, and voila! There you go, there you have Onslaught in his robot mode. I always liked the hotspot mold, so I knew this was going to work for Onslaught, and yeah, it does. It does work for Onslaught. I think it works pretty well. I think this mold works for him. It looks good on him. Getting close on the head sculpt. The head sculpt is nice. Very G1. Looks very cool. Nice red on the visor. You do get some nice silver on the chest here with some blue, some yellow, a little bit of red. Decepticon symbol right there. And yeah, like I said, I do think this mold really works for Onslaught. I know some people had their concerns considering the rest of the way the rest of the other Combaticons came out, but you know, I knew this mold was definitely going to work for Onslaught. You got his backpack right there. And basically the heel spurs exist on this version of the mold because he does have a backpack, so I didn't want to make him back heavy there. And it works. It works pretty well. Now, articulation-wise, his head can only swivel. He can look down if you use the transformation joint, but that's pretty much it. You just got to swivel right there. The arms can do a full 360 on a ratchet joint here. Of course, the backpack kind of gets in the way. You can go in and out. You can use the transformation joint also to get more outward movements. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have a double-jointed elbow, which is nice. Nothing at the waist. Legs can go forward on nice ratchets. They can go back that far. You do get outward movements on a nice ratchet as well. Thigh swivel. Pretty much full range of movement there at the knee. And that's pretty much it. He does suffer from that problem that seems like it's just common now with figures with ratcheted hips where, you know, click number one is the legs, you know, touching, and The next click out just seems way too wide. That doesn't work. You know, it seems to be a common occurrence now, and yeah, I like, honestly, I think the best way to fix that is, if you want ratchets in the hips, okay, have the ratchet going forward and backward, but for outward movement, just make it a regular friction hinge. I think that's the best way. Just don't make this a ratchet for outward movement anyway. But this seems to be a common occurrence now. Oh, actually, when you splay his legs out, he can't even stand, so kind of leans back. So you can't even splay his legs out if you wanted to, because he can barely stand. But there you go. Of course, you can't take the guns out of his backpack here and plug them into his hands. If you want. Hold them as handheld weapons. Totally up to you, but you know. I like Onslaught with his big cannons on his back. That just seems proper to me. Now, can he hold Shockwave? Actually, haven't tried. Get Shockwave in his hand. Kinda, sorta. Again, you're having to kind of flex. You're having to kind of flex that plastic a bit. But he can hold Shockwave. But that worries me a little bit. I don't like flexing the plastic like that, because it is kind of a stiffer plastic. But there you go. Now for comparison, here he is with Hotspot. So you can see how he compares with the original version of the mold. And you can see here they remolded the shoulders, they remolded the chest, obviously remolded the head. Of course, again, the backpack is totally new. Different feet. But other than that, from what I can see, everything else is basically the same right there. So there you have him with the original version of the mold. Here he is with the Warbitron version of Onslaught right there. You can see how that looks. And there you have that. And here he is with his buddies here. Let's get the group shot going. There we got Brawl, Swindle right there. We got Blastoff. And here we have Vortex. Well, it's Alpha Bravo. That's the last time I'm going to make that joke. For now. Anyway, so we saw Victorion, and she's got 2 Alpha Bravos. Anyway, so there we have a group shot of all of the Combaticons. They look cool. Not a bad looking team. You know, I have my issues with all these guys. Like, again, I just wish... I'm going to start a petition to make a thinner Swindle, because I still think the Rook mold doesn't really work for him. You know, this doesn't bother me that much, but again, it would have been nice if they had made a proper shuttle. Alpha Bravo. Brawl is definitely the worst figure of this wave. But Onslaught is legit cool. But there you go. So now you have that. There you have that. There you have that and that. And of course, here he is with his G1 self, because it's precious. Murderous precious. Still one of my favorite G1 molds. I really like G1 Onslaught. I like him. I think he's a cool figure. And here he is with Leader Megs. As you can see how he scales with the leaders. And there you have that. There you go. Oh, and of course you can still store Shockwave on his back if you want. You just plug him in back here. So, store it on the back if you wish. So, there you go. Alright, so let's get right down to combine mode. So to do that, you're just going to open this up, flip his head back down, close that back up. We're going to come back here to the backpack, and you're going to rotate it 180, like that. You're going to take this assembly right here. You're going to bring it down at this hinge. You're going to bring this down, and you'll see there are 2 tabs right here. They'll just go into these notches right here on either side. Just push that down right there. And then this portion right here will come around. It's on a double hinge, so you just bring that down, bring that down. You can take these guns and angle them up like that. and that sits along the back. Oops, that came undone. There we go. So it sits right there to make the backpack. Then you take the arms and you bring them back like that. And you'll see there is actually let me bring this piece down first. You want to take this piece, actually tabs in like right in there. So you want to bring this down and bring this down like that to make the crotch plates. There you go. I can show this a bit better now. You can see there's a tab right there, and it'll go into the slot right here to lock that assembly in place. So just lock that in right there. Then you just bring up, raise up a bit here so you can see what I'm doing. You want to bring the arms around, and there is a post and a slot. There's a port and a tab right there, so you just line everything up. And lock it into place so I can get everything lined up. There we go. Like that. There you have one side done. Oh, actually, before you do that, you want to take this panel right here. You want to bring this out, and then bring this all the way out, and then bring this back like that. That exposes the connection port right there. So second verse, same as the first. Just bring that back. You can tab that in, bring this up, line that up. Oops. Sometimes it's hard to line it up because you can barely see what you're doing. I think I got it. There we go. And just take this section right here and just bring that all the way back like that. Flip up the heel spurs right here. And then you just basically return the legs back to their vehicle mode configuration. So you just untab it, bring it up like that. And you want to make sure this tab on this hip goes into that groove right in there. That's how you know you've done it right. Right there. Untap this. Onslaught's knees actually tab in a lot more securely than Hotspot's needs to do. So bring that up like that. And then just rotate them forward. So that painted detail's facing forward. And you just flip his little feet up. Like that. Alright, there you go. There you have him in torso mode. Right there. So now what I'm going to do is... Can I get him to stand? Nope, he's not going to stand. You stand. Stand, Bruticus! Stand! He won't stand for me. Okay. You lay there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys and put them into their limb modes. And we're going to slap these guys together and make us a Bruticus! Boom! There we go. We got these guys into their limb modes here. So let's get these guys together. And make us a Bruticus. Then we got Swindle. Then we have Brawl. Right there, and he doesn't want to clip in all the way for some reason. What's going on here? Interesting. Let me turn it the other way. He's not wanting to clip in all the way. What's going on? Why? What's happening here? What is this? Something is afoot. With this foot. With this knee, rather. Doesn't want to clip in all the way. I don't get it. What's going on here? Swindle clips in fine. What's going on here? Oh, I think I see what the problem is. I have some weird excess plastic in here. You see that little thing right there? That's not supposed to be there. It's not on this side. I have this extra little ridge right there. You see it? I don't know if the light can get into it. There's some excess plastic in there that's keeping him from going all the way back like he's supposed to and clipping in. What the frickety frack? Okay, well, he's in enough. Anyway, so let's raise this up here because he's getting tall. Alrighty. So I actually have to undo these flaps here so we can get the arms in. And slide that in, close that back up. Slide in Alpha Bravo, Vortex. Close it back up. And there you go, Bruticus! All combined and kind of slouching forward a little bit. Get Good. Come on. These combiners do have a tendency to kind of lean forward a little bit. Come on, man. There we go. Yeah, no, he kind of wants to, you can see he's kind of wanting to slump forward on me here. What's wrong with you, man? Stand up! Bring his arms back. There you go. Counterbalance. There you go. These things are weird to pose. There's I don't know. Come on, man. He sits around ratchets. That doesn't help because now he's just kind of. Bruticus, pelvic thrust, initiate. I don't know what's happening here anymore. I don't know. He just wants to. He wants to slump. He just wants to slump forward. This Bruticus has horrible posture. That's not good. He's a Decepticon. He don't care about posture. Anyway, there you go. There you go, Bruticus. All put together. Hooray. So articulation in Bruticus mode here. His head is on a ball joint. You do get a little bit of wiggly waggly. A little bit of wiggly waggly. You can't really look up. You can look down a little bit. Of course, you do get rotation here. Full rotation. The arms are on those nice ratchets. You get outward movements. You get your bicep swivel. You get your double jointed elbow right there, because that is the leg joint. Wrist swivel. You can wiggle waggle his fingers. Wiggly waggly. Wiggly waggly. Wiggly waggly. Legs can go forward, although the that crotch piece is kind of getting in the way. We got forward movement, backward movements, outward movements. You do get a swivel, knee bend. Also get a swivel at the knee. You can swivel the feet, and that's pretty much it. So there you go. Bruticus! He's really weird because I can't get him in a pose that looks not weird. Just the best I can. That's just weird. He looks almost disappointed, like Bruticus. Stand up straight, man. Stand up straight. I actually got him standing up straight a little bit there. There you go. And for comparison, here he is with Defensor. And all of these Combiner Wars combiners are basically the same height, so yeah. There you have that. Who else do we have? Here he is with the Fence Project Bruticus. Right there. So you can see how it scales with that. Here you have the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus with the Military Titan upgrade kit. You can see how that looks. Right there. Here it is with Leader Megs. So you can see how it scales with leaders. There you have that. Here he is with this big boy right here, the Warbitron, not Bruticus. You can see how that scales right there. Get this big boy out of the way. And here he is with G1 Bruticus causes pressure. Bruticus pressure. There you go. My floppy G1 Bruticus. Ah! He's falling apart on me. So, there you go. And of course, you can have Bruticus holding Shockwave if you want. Okay, not in that hand. Well, yeah, I guess we just rotate it around the other way. Actually, this arm may not work because he does have stuff kind of sticking up there. There we go. So you can have Bruticus holding Shockwave, although it makes him slump forward even more. Why doesn't he want to stand straight? What? See, if I bring his hips back a click, he ends up, he's leaning back a little bit here. I guess that works better now. I got him kind of counterbalanced. I just can't get him into any kind of real natural position here. It's just really weird. It's just weird, man. Weird. He's weird. There you go. Anyway. I think we're done. I think we're at the end of the Bruticus journey here. So, there you go. There's Bruticus. And there you have that wave of Combiner Wars. All done. In the bag. Yeah, Bruticus, he's weird. He's a nice Bruticus. He's not great by any means. He's okay. But, you know, if you're on a budget and you want an updated Bruticus, hey, this is a way to go. He's not great. He's just okay. The whole wave pretty much has its issues. I feel like Onslaught is definitely the best figure of this wave, just because I really like the hotspot mold, and I think it works great for Onslaught. The rest of the figures, you know, I take issue with here and there. This wave as a whole just turned out okay. It's alright. I'm alright with it. Not great, but, you know, it is what it is. So, there you go. So, if you would like an Onslaught or any other Combiner Wars figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Combiner Wars playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Voyager class Onslaught, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be a geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Oh, before I forget, I take back that palm. I take back the palm. I retract the palm. Totally forgot that, again, Shockwave can plug in to the back here if you want to store him on Bruticus' back. There you go. Sorry. Didn't mean to take back the palm. I'll put it back. Palm in your face! Sir, I'm here. I apologize for my tardiness. Onslaught, it's about time you showed up. Have you gotten any reports from your men on finding that new burrito recipe? What? Yeah, that's what they've been doing this whole time. What are you talking about? They've been in the rec room this whole time playing cards. I see. If you'll excuse me for one moment. Oh, whoa, I almost tripped. It's alright, sir. You can do it. One foot in front of the other. Hello, boys. No, Primus. Please, sir, don't hurt them too bad. I kinda need those guys.